Terminator TV. Sponsored by A Taste of Cyprus, Chisholm. Now doing deliveries. So I'm here, with the legendary Tom Little at the Jab Boxing Club. How you doing, mate?
Good. Just working hard, if I'm honest with you. Just got my aspirations set on Cruiserweight domination. So getting down there. I know I laugh and joke about it, but that is genuinely a serious aim.
Listen, me and you got a challenge, mate.
Yeah.
We got a Boozerweight to Cruiserweight challenge.
Man who gets there first buys the pints.
And get back to Boozerweight, yeah?
Get back to Cruiserweight.
That's the thing, you know what it is, right, yeah? Like, I've lost weight before, and I don't know about you, I mean, you're a big fella. You lose weight, but it's easy to put back on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about maintaining a lifestyle. It don't stop once you get there. It's all about maintaining and finding that. That's the main thing with doing weight in a right, correct way. If you're doing weight in the wrong way, it seems to come back with a vengeance because your body's looking for it. It's craving it and it'll get hold of it, anything. But lucky enough, I've got an absolute genius on my side with John Clark. He's a weight loss magician. Anybody look him up, and you'll see some of the body transformations he's done for people. It's absolute crazy, and it's all healthy and safe. He's got me on his supplements and everything. So I've noticed a 1.5 stone weight loss already, and it's only early. A lot of that will just be fluid,
water,
and the early crap.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting down to some real nitty gritty work and a good prosperous next few months and getting out as a cruiserweight.
So you are serious, mate? You're gonna go cruiserweight?
I'm deadly serious. Listen, I can start my career pretty much all over again. I'll be undefeated as a cruiserweight. I will go down there and I will rip people out by their ear rolls and absolutely spank them from pillar to post.
Do you know what? It's not a bad idea. When the more I think about it, mate, it's not a bad idea.
Listen, you look at my bone structure. I know it sounds silly. Listen, I'm a fat fucker. I'm a greedy fucker.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I've not been the most disciplined athlete.
Yeah.
But you look at my bone structure for a big 19. So I don't carry the bone structure of a big heavyweight. That's why I've got fast hands. That is why I can demonstrate speed. But I don't carry enough power to keep these off. But listen, the goal in mind is to reach cruiserweight. That's the goal I've set myself. But if I get down to 16 stone, 15.5 stone, and I'm not moving any more weight and I think I ain't going to make it, it ain't going to do me no harm to get rid of all this excess fat anyway.
Exactly.
And with the goal of cruiserweight in mind, and listen, I ain't going to lie, the cruiserweight division is a very open division at the minute. You listen, Lawrence Okoli ain't going to be there, and I think he's the best in the world at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So I genuinely think, looking round all the rest, they're all there for the picking and taking and make some good money fights. I don't mean no harm on my personality or whatever weight division I went in. I've always been in good fights.
Always.
So let's go. Let's have it. And then listen, I can always come back to heavyweight. I can always come back. So yeah, listen. In the words of Del Boy, who dares wins, isn't it?
Who dares wins. The thing about it is, right, yeah? I mean, do you think you've had a fair share of the green? Because you've been with absolute monsters.
I've been with every psychopath.
I mean, the people that you've been with, Hergovich, Dubois, I mean, Majidov. Bloody hell, mate. I mean,
he rings me the other day, wants me to go in with Babbitt, who's another Dylan White's heavyweight. Listen,
he's another monster.
But he's a monster, but I've got nothing to gain off of him. Do you know what I mean? He's got no Olympic pedigree. He was almost an Olympian, sorry.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've got no, I'm just getting fed the fodder. What do I get if I beat him?
What about a couple of gimme fights to build up your confidence in
Listen, that's what I'm going for anyway. And I said this in a nice way to Eddie. I said, listen, my dad and everything sacrificed so much for me as an amateur, and whatever I owe before I get them, I owe whatever it may be, I owe it to them to achieve something other than financial glory. Because listen, it's all very well being able to say, I want to get out of the sport saying, yeah, I earned a lot of money, I did earn a lot of money, but I also want that, and they can never take that away. Money goes. Yeah. Money goes, especially like money and everything else goes.
Yeah.
But if you win a title, where even if it be a Southern area title, your name goes in a book, and that's legacy for life.
That's right.
And that's right. And I think I owe that to my old man and my little boy to at least before I get out, say, listen, I've done that. I achieved that.
Tom, do you think maybe that you sort of like bit off more than you can chew? You think you was punching above your weight? You think that the people that you was a bit ambitious with the people that you fought?
I don't think it's not about ambition. I knew I was up against it, but when you've got 3 kids to feed and look after and provide for, and you've got to put things in perspective. So I can play it safe.
Yeah.
And but you don't get paid well for fucking giving me fights unless you're an A-side fighter, unless you're A-side. And I've not been A-side for a long time.
Yeah.
Eddie likes me, Eddie got a soft spot for me.
Maybe he likes because you're crazy enough to take these fights.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Because there's never no offer, oh come on, let's get you a little run out. Let's go and we're saying, it's always, you alright mate, do you wanna go and jump in with him? Do you wanna
like a mercenary?
Yeah. And that ain't what I want.
It's dangerous to your health, Tom.
Listen, look, everyone got to die something, haven't they? So,
but not a fucking Daniel Dubois fucking like left cross. Do you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. I will die. I will die on my shield, and I can think. Listen, I love my sport, and I love my job, and I do love my family. And I love them enough to risk my life to give them everything I never had as a child.
Yeah.
But it goes to the point, like I said, the minute I make a decision to walk to a ring, whether it be against Daniel Dubois, whether it be against a journeyman from Latvia, that night I'm ready to die. And that's that. I fully accept that, and rather than me quit and die, I would rather die. And I make my peace with everyone beforehand. So the danger of anybody being a puncher, I could not care. To be honest with you, if I agreed to fight the devil himself, so it wouldn't bother me who they brought to the ring, who I say, as long as the financials are in there. But that's what I've surrounded myself with, a little different circle of people now, because I understand I need saving from myself.
Yeah.
Because you tell me, Tom, 6 weeks you want to fight Joshua. Right, listen.
You'd fight Joshua?
I'd fight him. I'd fight him, and in my head, I'd be devising ways that I'd think I could win, and whatever not. And listen, there's a reason why Joshua's, Majidov's, Ergovic, Dubois have achieved what they've achieved, because listen, they're more talented than I am. I'm an honest man. Do you know what I mean?
But that means when you do go down to fight someone of let's say your level, sorry to say that, then you're gonna be more experienced, and you're gonna be able to wipe the floor with them.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Yeah.
Right, with the likes of people who are genuinely British level, another case being
Dave Allen.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would do with the boys at that sort of level. I would go down to the Cruiserweight 14 stone 4 limit. I would hold that limit and still punch him from here to Doncaster. I'd beat him 7 days a week, not twice on a Sunday, 3 times on a Sunday, because he ain't fit enough to lick my ball bag.
So you're serious about the Cruiserweight thing?
I'm genuinely deadly serious. My hand on my heart.
Are you too tall for that, or?
Listen, Reactpool's 6'6".
Oh right, yeah.
Lawrence Okoli's 6'6".
Yeah.
There's some tall boys in there. Just got to live right,
yeah.
eat right.
Yeah.
Just do what's right by myself. Listen, I'm not I act silly, but I'm not silly. I'm only silly on my own side. I will know where if I'm getting too tight to the weight, if I'm feeling lethargic, if it's dangerous.
Draining your weight, weight draining.
If I'm getting weight drained, then like I'm saying, if I can't make cruiserweight, it ain't the biggest crime in the world to get rid of this excess weight. I'll be a better heavyweight. Even if you
get halfway there, then you still you still lost 3 stone.
Yeah.
Even if you get halfway there, so do you know what I mean? Like, you know what? I'm on the same thing, mate. Booserweight to cruiserweight. I've took up the challenge. Me and you, I'll challenge you, mate. Let's see how much weight we can lose. I'm on it, mate. What's your calorie deficit? Is it 1,000 a day? I heard.
1,000 a day. 1,000 calories a day.
Oh, that's a bit too low for me, mate.
But listen, it is a shock to the system. I'm gonna be very hungry. It's gonna I'm gonna be murdered to live with. But listen, the one person I trust John Clark as much as I trust Josh, and I trust both of them in my life.
But mind you, it depends what you eat. It depends what you eat with that 1,000 calories. If you're eating like lots of nutritious food, it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, he set me my meal plan out. He's told me what I should eat, kept it nice and simple. And to be honest with you, I'm not hungry. I'm feeling good. The weight is moving off me like unbelievable, and I can't describe it. Like, I feel energetic. Like I was skipping around today. Six rounds I've done on the pads.
Yeah.
Then jumped on the bag, and I was flying around the bag. Like I was saying, I'm still a 19 stone man, and my punch output feels crazy because I've done a run this morning before I came here.
Yeah.
So my energy levels are feeling very, very high, and I'm just waiting for maybe a bit of a drop or a blip. But at the moment, we're keeping to the same diet plan. And then if I have a bit of a drop or I start feeling a bit low, lethargic, then John switch it up, change a few things around. So yeah, the main thing is I've got all faith in my team and the people that I've got around me. I trust their words. That's why you have those people around you. That's why you
cool.
to do stuff like that.
We'll see.
Pretend it's not.
Exactly, Josh. You alright, mate?
How you doing, guys?
She said, Tom Little's trainer. You alright, mate? He says, so this is your gaff, jab boxing.
That's it, mate.
That bushy.
That's it.
Mate, I love the facilities. Doing a good job, man. Do you know what I mean?
Good man.
Yeah. But listen, guys. So basically, what you're saying, you've got to Cruiserweight. If, say, for example, if Eddie Hearn said to you, do you know what? I've got a fight for you, Dave Allen, for the British title. You're going to turn that down.
I wouldn't turn a fight with Dave Allen down, but to be honest with you, any fights that's been offered to me, I didn't even look at Babbitt. I said to Josh, here we are, you decide. Listen, I'm done with the deciding and the effing and jeffing. You tell me, are we fighting, are we not? Josh said, no, we're not fighting Babbitt. So that's it. I didn't even look at him.
Yeah.
I'm putting full trust and faith in the people around me to do. All I'm going to do is they give me a name, they put me in, I will fight, bash them up, be done. And I think that's the best way for me to go about my career.
Listen, mate, listen, you know I love you, mate. I think you're a big character, I think you're great for boxing. What realistic do you think you're going to get out of boxing? What would make you happy walking away from boxing? What is the one thing that you would get? What title would you say, do you know what, I've set out what I've achieved, what I've set out to get?
Listen, I genuinely do believe I'm good enough to win British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. I do believe that. It's probably a very hard time to do it. I'll be happy to win English title, Commonwealth title. I know for a fact if I can make the weight at Cruiserweight, I could fight for a world title at Cruiserweight. I know that. Listen, when I used to hold a lower weight when I was a lot younger, don't get me wrong, I was a lot younger. Yeah. But I used to leave people. I don't really carry a lot of power at heavyweight. I know I will leave people stone cold twitching at 14-4. I will leave them lifeless. I know that. I know that, and I'm tall. I'm awkward. I'm as game as a pebble. You won't have to ask me twice for a fight, whether it be in a boxing ring or outside. Yeah. So there's nobody going to put a bluff on me. There's nothing really. I believe I can achieve great honours as a cruiserweight if I can make the weight. But listen, I'll never look a gift horse in his mouth, and I'm not going to set myself a goal of what I should set to build up to disappointment. But I just want to achieve something, and I just keep going until it stops. I've given myself 3 years living correct, eating right, doing the job.
Is that your plan? Is that your plan for the next 3 years?
3 years and I'm gone.
So you've got 3 years left in the game?
3 years and I'm gone, and then I'll start.
So obviously you don't care if it's not at heavyweight. You're aiming to go for cruiserweight. As long as you get a British or Commonwealth, you're happy. You've achieved what you set out to get and stuff, and you've created a legacy. To be honest with you, I think you've got a legacy already, mate. I think you've got a great fan base. You've got a big following. Do you know what I mean? In the end of the day,
this is the thing. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I didn't take the fights that I've done. Because I weren't not very well liked, but I weren't a very well known
Yeah.
boxer.
Yeah. Obviously,
it's
the big profile fights.
Yeah, it's the opportunities that I take and the way I made the way. Not that I've been fake, because everyone sees is me. I'm just like that. That's just how I am. And it so happens that some people's taken to me, and which I'm very humbled by. Listen, it's a beautiful thing to be recognised for what you do and for what you love. But now I can do it back to front. And the main thing is I can pass on the knowledge of what I've learned. Because listen, I've been screwed every way but hell. Yeah. And I will make sure when I'm done boxing, and I won't be doing it for financial benefit, I wouldn't take a pound off of them. I will pick myself a little stable of fighter, and I will make sure they get tracked the way that someone should do, that's risking their life. And that's all I want out of boxing. I want the shysters to be shown for their fucking ugly colours, and the real rewards to go to the people that deserve it, and that's the men that's offering their life for sports entertainment. Yeah. Because I've not seen one manager take a punch in the mouth. I've not seen one promoter lay on a life support machine with brain injuries. Yeah. So I don't know why some of these young men ain't getting what they deserve, and it's disgusting. And that's one thing I will fight for, and I will make sure that when I'm done boxing, I've got good contacts in boxing already. I'm well liked by a lot of people in boxing, so I'd like to think I'll be able to open the right doors for the right talented lads, and not for, like I said, not for my own gain, not for my own, because I wouldn't take a pound off them. Hopefully, in the next 3 years, I can secure my future to a point where I won't ever need their money. I can just make sure that they get the opportunities they deserve.
So after, like you said, about life after boxing, what would you like to do after boxing? Training, pundit. What would you like to do after boxing?
I get a lot of pleasure out of training lads. Yeah. I get a lot of pleasure out of training lads. I've got a few lads that I do a little bit of it, and it's lovely to pass wisdom on to people that want to learn, and you can see them being a sponge and soaking it up. That day I get a buzz out of that, but the main thing is the business side of boxing, making sure that punching something's only a percentage of the actual sport. Yeah. You need to make sure and they need to make sure they surround themselves with the right people, what's going to give them the right advice at the right time. And
so you can pass your wisdom on.
Make sure that lads ain't going out there getting fed to people, to the bars and everything, unless it's for the right amount of money and it's the right sacrifice. And understand that everything has a price. Yeah. Every job has a price, and to know your value and know your worth. Because I tell you what, a manager will do. A manager and a promoter will make you believe that you're not worth salt. And I'll tell you a brilliant example of that. I got offered 9,000 quid for a fight. 9,000 quid for a fight. Billy Joe got on the phone to the promoter. Just because it was Billy Joe talking to him, I ended up getting 4 times that amount.
Really?
4 times that amount.
So what you're basically, people are trying out to shaft boxers.
Yeah, because they go on what you know and what's and they try and tell you. So they're trying to tell you what you're worth, but it won't until someone who knows the business side of boxing said, listen, what are you talking about him fighting for that? Fighting for that money,
paying his right money.
This is what he needs. This is what he should be getting. Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, I had a deal.
So obviously, what that goes to show is, it's good to have.
It's good to have friends in higher places.
Friends in high places. Friends who are going to look out for you. Friends who are going to make sure you're all right. And high profile people. You're going to make sure that you can call upon you. You're going to make sure that you're right. Just
someone to say, look, does this look right? And don't be too embarrassed to say to people, listen, is this right? Because that's what they. It's like I know it sounds silly, like when you watch them abuse videos where people rely on you not speaking out and saying anything about what's happening. That's what they rely on. Oh, we ain't going to tell anybody how much he's earning because of embarrassment and whatever not. Listen, you should. first, most and foremost, if you're boxing at a certain level, you should have a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right, you should have a lawyer to look at all this nitty gritty stuff. And listen, most of them are fucking bent, to be fair, but you just need to make sure that you've got the right ears to go to, right, the right ears to get advice off of. Be a sponge when like this goes to any boy turning pro now. Be a sponge, listen, learn, watch people who's being successful. So surround yourself with successful people, because success breeds success.
Of course, definitely. It'll rub off on you.
Get rid of shysters. You don't need them. You don't need leeches.
People using you as stepping stones. People using you to make money. People using you to using you for whatever reason.
Yeah, listen, and it's surrounded in all walks of life. That there is not just that ain't in the boxing world. That's in
that's life.
That's in life. Don't let people drain you. If they're not beneficial, if they're not a good friend as in supporting you or doubting you, then cut them loose.
Yeah.
Don't be too attached to anybody.
Yeah.
Don't be too attached to anybody. Yeah. You've got one life. You need to live it to the fullest of your ability, and make sure that you give yourself the best chance to succeed in whatever field you're choosing to run in. Like, don't let people hold you back and tell you ain't good enough. Listen, the amount of times I got told, listen, knock it on the head, son. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like 2-3 fights in, and I was like, listen, I know what I'm capable. I know what I can do, and I know what ability I have. And them people that used to tell me that are no longer around me. And listen, whether people like it or not, whether results or not, I've boxed on the biggest stage in boxing. I've been to some great heights for someone who's only ever backed himself. I've had nobody put money in my pocket. I've had no sponsors paying me a weekly wage. I've never had nobody pushing me in front of the camera. Everything I've done, I've set out and I've got myself. And I went out and got it myself.
Can I ask you something right here? Because I've got to wrap this up because my battery's going to go right here. Basically, if you say, well, if there's one thing that you've learned, how long have you been in boxing now?
8 years.
8 years. If there's one one lesson you've learned out of your journey of going to professional boxing, what would you say you've learned?
Listen, boxing's been such a good teacher to me, but the main thing is don't be too eager.
Yeah.
Don't be too
To
eager.
take whatever's offered to you.
Yeah. One big fight. Listen, if they'll offer you one big fight, they'll offer you another one.
Yeah.
It's never going to be your last chance. Don't be too eager, and don't be too proud. That's the worst thing. Don't let pride swallow you, because pride can get you killed.
Yeah.
And that's what's saying. You can earn $1 million quid. It's no good being a richest man in a graveyard.
Yeah.
Be sensible, look after your money, and look after the ones that have looked after you through your struggles and strives.
Brilliant, mate. Listen, mate. Always a pleasure, mate. Listen, I wanna do this as a regular thing. I wanna start speaking to you more. Obviously, I'm gonna bump into you. But listen, thanks for coming on your first time on Boom the Air TV. People, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Boom the Air TV. We out.
Boom the Air TV!